I'm Stuart Thompson, editor of Digital TV Europe. I'm here with Bruce Mann, who is Chief Programming Officer at Liberty Global. Bruce, first of all, what do you see as the key elements in Liberty's investment in content, between studios, channels and so forth, and what role do they play in the overall strategy of the company?
The investment in content is actually our company's largest single P&L item, so it's significant. And it basically comes into three buckets. There's the money we pay to suppliers. There's the content we create ourselves through our sports networks, etc. Then we have a separate bucket where we actually have made surgical, strategic investments in various types of content. In relation to the content that we provide to our customers day to day, it's significant. It's a real point of differentiation. In every market we're in, Liberty Global tends to have the dominant broadband network. And to augment that with a comprehensive, broad, deep video proposition is really important. We assess each market individually and make sure that we have a strategically solid position in that place. So the investments are important. We have 3 owned and operated sports networks that are really making a huge difference in the markets we operate them in. And we also have a series of investments in free-to-air, in production companies, in sports assets, and a fledgling level of investment in the digital space.
How far can exclusive content play a role in differentiating your offer, and how important is exclusivity to you?
I think exclusivity can be a trap. What we think of it is going after a distinctive proposition. In every given market, we need a distinctive proposition vis-a-vis our competitors. Something that we can market, something that we're known for, and something that gives them a reason to come with us. As I mentioned, we tend to couple that with having the dominant broadband, or at least the most vibrant broadband proposition. So when we do that with a distinctive video proposition, it goes a long way. So we haven't made massive bets, and the people that have made massive bets a lot of times just then become an intermediary and then sub-license to us anyhow. So there's no market where we feel we're at a disadvantage in content.
So looking at your own investment in specific types of content, what content does it make most sense for Liberty itself to invest in?
Well, where we've had the opportunity, in markets where we saw an opening, we've invested in sports networks, and we have one in the Netherlands and in Belgium and now in Switzerland. And what we've done is be able to come in and surgically acquire rights and build a proposition that's really making a difference, and that works well. While we don't have our own sports network in the UK, we have access to everything that Sky and BT have put together, so we're very well positioned there. We're also making investments in the SVOD standpoint, and to feed that, we're investing in exclusive dramas, and we have 2 that are coming out next year. We're really excited by them both.
Taking that a bit further, how far does it make sense for Liberty to look at content as something it should invest in on a market-by-market basis? And how far should it look at a company-wide or Europe-wide strategy?
Where scale matters and where scale works to our advantage, we take advantage of that. So we try to get the best rates and the best sets of rights we can, et cetera, from broad, multi-network, multinational providers. But ultimately, each country has its own discrete content strategy. The reality is people in various countries have certain needs, and there is no one-size-fits-all in a European market. We tend to look at and do a depth and breadth analysis and look by each genre and make sure we're well positioned. But no, it's very much a local approach.
Now here in Ireland, Liberty or Virgin Media own TV3. How far does it make sense to own channels for Liberty? And also, you mentioned SVOD. How much does it make sense to invest in your own SVOD platform rather than partnering with other global SVOD platforms such as Netflix?
Well, we have 2 markets where we have free-to-air presence. In Ireland and Belgium. In the UK, we have an investment in ITV, but it's really an arm's length relationship. In both of those markets, we have found synergies. We've been able to do clever things with rights and use it as a marketing arm to drive the primary asset in those marketplaces. So it's worked very well. In relation to doing a SVOD service, it's very hard to compete with the multinational. I guess the real point would be, what's the job that we're trying to get done? If you're looking for high budget US type content, then it's very hard to compete with the big streamers like a Netflix or an Amazon. If you're looking for a clever way to repurpose content and to have a deeper engagement with your consumers, then doing something on a local basis may make sense, but it's unproven in my mind.
Bruce, thanks very much.
Thank you, Stuart.